is misunderstood
It's,
because
Well, how about
No.
how about you stream the program that you're playing music on, so everyone can log into it, and listen to it.
Oh, that's such a clever idea. It should be playing. I'm listening to Spotify, so it should you should be able to listen along with me.
Spotify.
Yeah.
But I'll also send it just in case.
Yeah, I don't have Spotify, so.
Oh, you crazy.
Well, I prefer to pirate my music. Thank you very much.
Well, when I have 199 playlists, that's not a possibility for
That's a
me.
lot of playlists, I'll be honest.
190, sorry. Marilla has 9 playlists.
Marilla herself.
Oh, only
Yeah.
9.
I love that.
I love how flowers in my hair is on there because Doctor made you a wreath of flowers for your hair.
Yeah. Again, I'm a pro at making D&D playlists.
Is
By the way,
Tren going to be joining
By
us?
the way, that that flower wreath will disappear after an hour.
It's fine.
Is Tren going to be joining us?
Yeah, Trin's just going to be a couple minutes late.
Oh, what a surprise! I'm joking.
Okay, so
No, it's
so,
true.
Michele, Trin is Charlotte's friend who exists 2 stories beneath her.
Actually, I'm the one who's 2 stories beneath.
Oh, okay.
I'm the one on the... Trin's on top floor, I'm on bottom floor.
I think I met her before I left, right?
No, I don't think so. Oh,
Huh?
No, I think it was.
you might have done actually. Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah, you might have.
I think
Is
there
that
was a
Onyx?
crossover. Yes.
Yeah, Onyx.
Yeah. I think we played once, and then I have to go.
The Howl's Moving Castle theme is a very, very strong.
I love Howl's Moving Castle. I can't. It's
I've just
basically on
realised all of the original members are back.
Right?
Literally, yeah.
Technically, I'm not an original member. I joined late.
What, you do like two sessions after, didn't it?
Yeah, you didn't join too much. Oh my god, I can't speak. You didn't join that much longer after we started.
No.
We met you on our path. We all became alphas together.
Yeah, that's true.
Dead. And then I fucked off. My bad.
Yeah, how dare
Yeah,
Well, I am sorry that I have a career which requires me to travel all around the world.
you? Wait, what? That's... I don't actually remember the reason why you left.
Yeah, it's a dance, isn't it?
That's the most polite way of saying it.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? I really want you to say, like, you're a backup dancer to Beyonce. That would make my day.
Oh
Do you
god.
know what's funny? I am actually a professional dancer.
No, you're not.
No, he is. He is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been in America for a while.
Wait, that's so funny.
I was in Los Angeles before I came back home because I injured myself. So that's why I've come back, because I was injured.
So
Oh
that's,
my god.
which is basically him saying that at some point he's going to go to America again and ditch us.
Yeah, which is yeah.
I would not blame him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, that does mean that I will at some point have to leave you again because I'll be going somewhere.
What type of dance do you do?
It's gonna sound really wrong the way I say this, but whatever I get paid to do.
Well, that's fair. No, I respect that.
Dollar,
That's so
bills, y'all.
cool.
And I get the same questions every single time. Yes, that can include like Magic Mike dancing and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that wasn't. I was like thinking of ballet and ballroom dancing.
Of course you were. We
I am
believe
I
you.
was fully thinking of Josh doing Magic Mike.
So was I, yeah.
I knew you would. I knew you would be. I knew.
I had I've got a rule of ones ready to go.
I hope the $1 and not £1 because otherwise that'll hurt.
Oh no, I only assume that you're dancing in LA, like you know.
Yeah.
I'm flying out to visit you. I'm not, you know.
Oh my
I'm
god,
enjoying
road
the sun while you
trip.
go.
So yeah, that's where I wasn't in America when I first left. I was in the UK somewhere. I was working at a holiday park as a dancer, and then left there. Went to LA. Was in LA a week and a half and snapped my ACL.
Ouchie.
Fuck.
So Yeah, I was basically stalking him all throughout this process, and every time he had to change of address, I was messaging him saying, "Can you come back to D&D now?"
Every time Matt had messaged me saying, "Do you want to come back to D&D?"
Every time.
So yeah, I snapped my ACL, and I had to have reconstructive surgery on it. So I had the surgery
Yeah.
about 3 months ago now. My ad fell off, like properly fell off. And then I messaged Matt one day and was like, "Matt, I need to speak to people. I need to do things because otherwise I'm going to off myself. So can I come back to D&D?" And Matt was like, "Yeah, of course you can. I wanted you to do it anyway."
Matt, who's been harassing you this entire time, was already aware you were sending the message before you even sent it.
Yeah, we were kind of already chatting about it because he was basically doing like this. I don't know what you would call it, like a medical blog on Facebook or something like that.
I was
keeping everyone apprised of your progression in your recovery and stuff, which I was following. So, so we were already chatting at that point, and then I saw that he had put on the UK group. Are there any groups that would accept a new player? And I was just like, just come back with us.
Yeah. So I've been posting about my recovery on TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. So.
I don't want to say that's really cool, because obviously getting injured's not, but like you're living my dream life of wanting to be a dancer.
Well, it was my dream life, and I got into it very, very differently to how normal people would do. So, I'm a little bit not an anomaly. That's the wrong word, but I got into it a lot differently than how other people would do. A lot of people train from babies, and they train all the way up until they're 18, and then they go off and do it professionally. I didn't do that. I trained up until I was about 6, started again at 16, and then became professional.
God, that's so cool.
He was very frank about it, let's just say that.
I was very frank about it. And I've done, what have I done? I did a cruise ship that travelled around the Caribbean. That was my first job.
Ooh, that's
which
such
one?
a good way to make a living.
Which cruise and when?
Are you taking notes?
I was on the Morella Explorer 2, and it was in 2020, yeah, because COVID hit.
Oh God, my mum and dad have been on that cruise.
In 2020?
So the next time she talks to them, it's going to be like, "Mum, did you throw any $1 bills at the dancer on the cruise?"
Do you know anyone called Jonathan Ritchie by any chance?
Jonathan what?
Jonathan Ritchie.
Jonathan Ritchie.
He might have not been on the same boat at the same time, but he has been on that boat. He's now a magician, but he's done like stage work on that boat. I don't know if it was 2020, but he was doing Caribbean cruises around about that time. Because
So
he was there, and then
I-
he moved to Carnival. But I can't remember if it was that year that he moved. That was
Yeah,
just going to
so-
be a very small world situation.
So, to be fair, did you say he was a magician at the time?
No, this was before. They had a magician on board who gave him some like tips, and he's always been into magic. And then he's went off and done his own thing now.
So what did he do before?
He was a singer.
I think I do. I know of him. I think I might know of him. I recognise the name.
He's oddly enough, he's actually my cousin.
Right, well, there you go. Yeah, like I probably have met him. It was just 3 years ago, so I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that was my first job. Then COVID hit. Then I was obviously part of this group towards the end of COVID, and then got a job working at Butlins as a dancer, which was surprisingly quite fun, and then left there to go to another cruise ship in LA, and I was going to be travelling around Canada, Alaska, San Francisco, San Diego, LA, Hawaii, Tahiti, Fiji, Samoa, Australia, New Zealand.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
But got injured a week and a half into rehearsals and didn't make it, so.
Yikes.
And now here I am.
With us lot, a big downgrade.
I personally think I'm always an upgrade, but
Fucking sunny Stoke-on-Trent, which is an absolute shithole.
you could be in better places than Stoke, to be fair.
You could be in North Stoke.
I could be anywhere better than Stoke. Stoke is the armpit of the country.
Oh, I 100% agree. I've had to cover hospitals there so many times.
I feel like you people have never been to Bradford.
I have been to Bradford. That is the other armpit of the country.
That's the other side.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Tory county of England. I don't know, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, but at least your houses are nice.
Yeah.
Everyone might be
I mean,
assholes,
like, yeah,
but-
I guess it's a very pretty place. Like, I mean, it's Shropshire, so it's very pretty, but nah.
Aesthetically pleasing.
I am literally from
The local
place-
wildlife are less than, but you know.
I am literally from the place in the country that is called the Black Country.
There's nothing wrong with that. My mum's originally from Birmingham, right next to the Black Country.
I mean, there's a few things wrong with that, but we'll not go there.
It's the arsehole of the country, but you know, like, we'll
It's the third armpit.
I like Newcastle. We're just drunk here.
Yeah, Newcastle's not too bad. I've been Newcastle.
Yeah, and in Surrey we're just sort of pandemically Asian. So,
You guys are just going with the flow, really. Like, Surrey's the area of the country where everyone's just like, eh. Like, there's not nothing really happens in Surrey. Like, it's just
Harry Potter happened in Surrey. So,
I was just about to say that.
yeah. But now it's past, and everyone is back to just being like, eh.
yeah, just wait until Asian Harry Potter comes out.
I spoke those words, and you instantly went, Harry Potter went there. That is it. That's all there is. That is everything to do with Surrey.
Yeah, it's not like there's like this world famous tennis event that happens in the area. So, no, Harry Potter trumps it immediately.
Harry Potter, exactly.
I've just learned a lot about geography there.
Yeah, speaking of Harry Potter, did you, Charlotte, did you give an answer to my question?
What
Which
was
question?
your question?
Have you ever held a Game Boy Color?
Oh.
How to what?
Game
That's
Boy
a no.
Color.
I'd say that's a no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they used to work on DSs and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh, they did do that, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I played like Pokemon Ruby off the Game Boy card onto my DS when I was like 10.
Game Boys were when it was a much simpler time.
That's an SP.
I have also played the entirety of Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo 64.
Okay,
That
that's
makes sense.
Nintendo
respectable.
64. Now
That's respectable, yeah.
that is an OG games console right there.
Man, to think I went from
Exactly.
I think I went from a Nintendo 64 to playing League. Oh,
Oh, gross, dude.
where did my life go wrong?
When you started playing League.
That was a long time ago, okay? It's now becoming like an issue.
It's now become I have problems.
It's been I had problems for a long time. It started when I played League.
Wow, there you go then.
But that was like 7 seasons ago now. I'm basically a veteran.
You basically run League at this point.
You are the league.
Wait, how long
Aye.
have you been playing?
So I think end of season 6, start of season 7 was this.
What year is that?
Someone Google it.
1994.
2017-ish?
Oh, that's like not that long ago. My partner's been playing it since 2014. Please help them.
Oh god. Like
Please help. Please help them.
that is beyond help, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
trust me, I'm already beyond help, and I don't understand how people have played it longer.
Just gonna say, if David's beyond help,
I just
then how far is your partner? Jesus.
They also cast for EA Sports Wales.
that's cool as shit though.
No, because it's League of Legends.
Like, I don't care, right? League's esports is fantastic. There's a reason it's the biggest in the world. It's the only good thing about the game. As a player, it's the only good thing about the game.
Nerd.
I prefer the title Dork, but you know.
I prefer the title Intelligent.
Oh god.
I'm playing League, I can't make that claim.
No, you cannot.
Horrible decisions everywhere. Charlotte, you've got some good playlists on Spotify.
I know I do. I have 190 of them.
I'm currently very
We'll get
deep
into
into. I'm currently.
There's like. No,
There's
carry on.
a lot to go into. I'm currently like deep into your public playlists. I'm like just.
Yeah. So there's like there's a I have folders for them all. So it goes 2022 Villain Era, Friendship, Star Wars, like Academia, gaming, driving,
I love that you've got a
D&D,
specific one
depression.
for guys.
queerness, cool stuff like story stuff, just any playlist, streaming playlist, D&D stuff, more D&D stuff, tour playlists, playlists in my head all the time, sad playlists, seasonal playlists, happy playlists, lovey playlists, and not a fucking clue playlist.
I love that. Like, I love your titles for for a lot of them more than the actual playlists themselves.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there's.
I love that you've got one called "How I Love Being a Woman," and the only song in it is "Would Have Could Have Should Have" by Taylor Swift.
Okay, it's my favorite playlist.
I understand.
It's so funny.
I can tell.
You could literally have "I'm Every Woman" in there, and you
No,
don't.
No.
because the song would have, could have,
Do
should
you
have is about
know-
Taylor Swift's like abuse from John Mayer when she was 19, and
Wow.
there's a line saying "Give me back my girlhood, it was mine first." And so I made this playlist like I'm gonna like do this really cool playlist, and that was the first song I added. I was like, it's perfect, it's complete.
Completed, yeah. Like, yeah. I appreciate a good playlist, and I appreciate a good naming of a playlist.
Okay,
It's a hobby.
Is that Trin in the Discord that I saw?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we're all here now.
Yeah, sorry, we were just talking about my career.
Yeah, I heard.
Hi, Train.
Hey.
And how much of a dork David is.
I accept that.
I agree.
No choice otherwise.
I have no comeback.
Okay, I just need to make a few announcements before we get started. But so it seems that Liam has dropped out again. But I haven't pressed him for any details, mainly because he's not responding to anything that I'm sending to him. But
Yeah, it'll probably be taking a little bit.
yeah, so he's. So what I'm basically just going to do is just to blip a number out, and then if and when Liam comes back, we'll just work with that. And also, wonderfully, McKelly is back as well. He will be making an appearance in this game, like actually participating and everything. We're just going to quickly go through the dream sequences, and then he'll turn up.
How exciting. Is he going to be secretly working in the kitchen and they could just come out after cooking something?
You don't know that, do you?
He was actually the one behind the bar who was charging us $5.
He's secretly one of the Red Paladins.
And so that I will
Is he-
tell LA.
Man went away, made some food, and got converted.
McKelly, no.
So we'll jump straight into it then. Last session, we had the whatever you call it between Marilla and Docker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. Yeah.
And we basically agreed that we'd take our our long rests from that point onwards. So all of you have gone to bed. Morella, are you meditating in the main room, or are you going to actually sleep in the bed as well?
You know, loading up everything might actually help.
Probably ask if I could like bunk in with someone to meditate just for safety, given that there's red paladins here.
Well, Scott has decided that he isn't going to sleep. He's going to sleep, but he's sleeping in the main room. Stop it, please. But he's sleeping in the main room with Padwin on his lap. If that makes sense, as opposed to going into a room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all go to sleep, and you have your dreams again. So, Docker, I did yours outside of this, so do you want to give them a quick lowdown as to what happened in your dream?
Yeah, so Docker woke up at the top, well, not woke up, he was stood at the top of a cliff and saw a castle. Was it at the bottom of the cliff, Matt?
Yes.
Yeah, so saw a castle at the bottom of the cliff. He decided he wanted to go to it, and Docker, being very Docker, decided he wanted to jump off the cliff. Jumped off the cliff, realised about halfway down that if he carries on, he's going to smash into the floor and die.
Because none of you have done that yet.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Tried to stab a dagger into the cliff to get him to slide down it. Managed to stab his dagger into the cliff, but was not able to hold on to it. Then Docker necrotic shrouded, which, if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's a ability of a fallen Asimar where basically they bone-like
transform into something demonic, effectively.
Bone-like wings sprout from his back, and he basically he looks a lot different and stuff. I'll explain all that as and when you guys see it. But he managed to sprout wings out of his back, and he managed to float himself down onto another ledge underneath him. On that ledge was a nest, which was sizable enough for the whole party to rest in if we were to have found it together. Obviously we didn't. Inside that nest was a skeleton which was pearly white, didn't look old, didn't look like it had its flesh picked away, it was completely clean. Docker wanted to know who the nest belonged to, or what the nest belonged to, sorry. Found some feathers and figured out that it was an eagle, or a bald eagle, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
He then, realising the situation that he's in, where he's in a massive bird's nest and there's a skeleton on the floor, he decided that he was going to turn himself invisible and walk away to find a path down. Starts walking, and he starts hearing a creaking noise, or like a crying noise almost. He decides to turn around while still backing away slowly from the nest, and the skeleton has come to life. Fortunately, the skeleton did not see Docker because he's invisible, and he is very stealthy boy. And continued to back away from it, and as he was walking away, the mist came and surrounded him, and then Docker woke up.
Okay, so who wants to go next?
No, all together, guys.
I'll go for it. So, last time round, I took the followed the path down, got to the 3 statues, and chose the
so you chose the weapon. So that statue basically just turns on the spot, and where it's thinner than... So where there's like a size difference, it basically allows you to go past it. So you carry on, the path carries on ahead of you and begins its downward slope. As you get to the point where it starts to curve around, you can see a carriage just standing abandoned on the side of the path. There's no horses or anything, just a carriage. Inside are clear signs of life. Like there's a light from inside, and you can hear the sounds of talking.
Hey. I'd like to quietly, if I can, approach and see if I can hear what's being said.
Okay, so the voices are of a sort of, they got an Eastern European accent to them. So my friends, we must protect Wallachia at all costs. We must die trying if need be. That's a terrible accent, and I apologise.
Oh, it's alright. It's alright. Okay. Is that... I mean, I'm going to ascertain that that is where we are in these dream-like scenarios.
I won't make you roll for it. You've never heard of Wallachia at all.
Sounds like a strange place. I will knock on the carriage.
The door immediately opens. You manage one knock and the door opens, and you can see a man in very fine blue, purple, and red robes, like a very pointed outfit. And however, there's no sign of the other two people that he was speaking to. It's just him inside the carriage. He's like, "Good evening."
My apologies. I think you'd be lost.
Lost? Yes, I can see that. You have that, and he sort of waves his hand around you, aura about you. You clearly do not belong here.
That's a safe assumption.
Your safety is my business, of course. My name is Vasily von Holt. Come, friend. It is rude not to introduce yourself to a stranger.
You may call me Kashan.
Kashan, yes. I've heard the name. Very famous, very famous. But please, come. He gestures for you to join him in the carriage.
Can I look in? Can I take a pointed look inside the carriage, saying that I thought I heard other voices?
Voices? No. Just me, my friend. Just me. There's nobody else here, alive and or dead.
Well, that's questionable. But I'm confident enough in myself. Alright, I'll take a step in the carriage.
Please, have a drink. He presents a goblet to you.
What is it?
It's a very bright red liquid.
Can I sniff it?
It has a very fruity aroma to it. It is a delicacy in these parts. It is called Vrybina.
Alright, I gingerly take a sip.
Okay. It's fairly normal. It's not alcoholic. It's just fruity.
Well, I'm almost disappointed. Alright.
Well, in that case, my friend, he produces another goblet. This is Weinbina.
Where exactly are you pulling these goblets from?
Up his bum.
I could answer that, my friend, but you would not like the answer.
Well, alright, I'll take a sip of the wine beater.
Can I get a constitution saving throw from you, please?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that tracks. Look at me, trusting monsters. Look at me, also unprepared without having any of my dice. We are hearty and constitution-y, and that is 25.
Okay. But it has a very coppery taste to it.
I don't trust that that's wine, but okay. I set it down and drink the Ribena again instead. Not quite to my taste.
Of course, my friend. But please tell me, why are you here?
That is a great question. And if I had the answer, I feel like I wouldn't be here.
Indeed,
Why do people
indeed.
often get stuck here?
Oh, people come, they go, they live, they die. Tis all the same.
Before I approached, I heard you speaking of saving Wallachia.
Ah, yes. This land is not under siege, not yet anyway. But me and my people, we are at war with the Turk.
So Wallachia is the name of this place.
It is the name of a place. Yes.
Not
But
this
at,
place.
at this point, my people are assembling on the river to the south. We plan an offensive against the Turk to prevent them from coming into our land.
Well,
But there are those of us who feel it would be more prudent to defend the country rather than invade another.
Well, personally, I see the appeal of both sides in terms of saving your country. I'm a
Indeed.
capable fighter.
Indeed.
So,
Please, have more wine.
I'll continue to just sip the Ribena.
drunk.
I feel like he's trying to get me drunk too, and I'm not. I'm good with my Ribena, thanks.
Okay. Can I have your AC, please?
It is 20.
So, what'd you say?
20.
Okay, perfect. Should have had this prepped, bear with me. Come on. Okay, so he's basically just going to immediately try a backhander on you.
Okay.
Yeah, that will hit. And you can see that his hands suddenly his nails suddenly grow into these massive claws.
Yeah, that tracks.
And he makes a strike at you, which causes you to wake up. Okay, who's next?
Okay, I'm good.
I do my usual and I just run off the cliff.
Are
I'm
you just
assuming we're in their dream.
Are you just continuously running off the cliff to hope that something changes?
Yes.
Okay. You take the thousands of fall damage that we calculated before, and you wake up.
Oh, nobody's told me any different. So.
I'm sensing a theme here.
This is the third time she's run off the cliff.
We're trying to technically get across the cliff to this castle thing. Everyone else has made it, but I can't.
Yeah, because your first instinct is to jump off the cliff.
I don't have any spells that will help me get down a cliff.
And
I can't climb.
There's a path literally to your left.
I asked before and you said there wasn't.
Do you want to take the path to your left?
Tough, I've jumped off the cliff now. But the baby wants to take the path down the cliff.
Okay, Marilla, do you want to take yours?
Yeah. I am gonna hang on. I gotta look at my notes from
No,
our
she's
last
going to use the
stream.
path down the cliff. Or she's going to check that you did tell us that you had a path down the cliff.
Dream notes.
Dream
I
gets
am
pissed off.
going to.
Wait, have you got your dream playlist going?
No, I don't. I don't have a dream playlist, but I should.
Dream gets pissed off and puts Tord on
I'm
someone
currently in
else's
that playlist.
dream.
She definitely doesn't have a dream on it.
I will.
There's this weird one called Josh, though.
Shit. You were meant to find that one. How do I private?
She's going to have a docker.
Yes.
After me?
List
Yes,
that we're
it's
not gonna hear.
yes, it's every single song from Magic Mike, ironically.
Oddly, that looks
Start
like it's
building a
just been
docker
added
list. We're going to
today.
start hearing romance music and
Does
it's
it
going to get
feature
more
the
and
song
more cheesy.
These Words Are My Own from Natasha
Docker and
Bedingfield?
I am.
I'm singing the
God.
Titanic theme song at the moment.
What am I gonna do? That's
Not
the
play
question.
Titanic.
Well, you put like the others, the dream basically plays out to the point where you get to the statues. So there's one with
The
the
gold hangman's rope and the sword.
Yes.
And I didn't choose one last time.
And the mist gets very pissed off at you after a while and just attacks you afterwards.
Yeah. This time. Oh, which seems like the best option to pick? This is the question. I'm gonna go for the sword.
I was going to say, did Kashan and Olumba, like, sort of...
Yeah, Kashan and Olumba both took the sword.
We did mention the axe and the...
Maybe I won't take the sword. I'm gonna take the hangman's rope.
Okay. At that point, you wake up.
God damn it!
Huh?
Okay. And Trin.
You've been mentioning stuff about statues, and the last dream sequence notes I have was nothing to do with statues.
Yes.
It was in a
I
graveyard.
think we're
Yes,
all at
you-
different
Yeah.
points. I've never left the cliff.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the only one who has successfully leapt off the cliff and survived.
Yeah!
Right?
Everyone
Yes.
else you've all sort of gone beyond that bit. I haven't.
Okay, that's right. Thank you. Okay, just making sure that, like, they all are, like, progressing at the same time and I'm, like, unaware of shit.
No, we're all progressing at our own.
Okay.
stages.
Progressing, huh?
I have a small person sitting on me with an elbow in my stomach. You try and talk.
Okay. So
We have taken
you
Nancy Fetish.
so you have basically leapt off the cliff, dimension doored, and landed in a stack of hay.
Yes.
You then explore a graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
at which point a skeletal form comes out and holds out a sort of medallion-shaped object to you.
Yes. That's right. That's what I've got notes on. Okay.
Okay, so you're back in this situation.
Okay. Is the skeleton still there, like, as if it's expecting me to do something?
Yeah, it's basically exactly played out exactly as before, and now you're basically just in control. It's basically like those quick time events where you need to make a decision.
Oh god. I'm gonna inspect the medallion to, like, figure out if it has any, like, extra anything to it, like, or particular symbols or anything.
Okay, it's about the size of a pocket watch, and it's got a picture of a sun on it, but like very artistic, primal scratching sort of sun.
Okay. Oh god. It's a picture of the sun. I'm not gonna look at the sun. That's not a good idea for starters. Can I look around to see, like, as silly as it sounds, but, like, in the cliff face or, like, along the graves or anything, if there's, like, another similar, like, sun, like, image?
Give me perception.
Oh god, dice. Hopefully they won't abandon me like they did last time. How perceptive am I? Not bad. Ah, god. 14.
Okay, on the tombstone that the corpse has come out of, I mean, it's standing in front of it now, but while it was climbing out, you remember seeing basically a drawing of this medallion on the tombstone, and you specifically see that the medallion, or the picture of the medallion, has a red gem in the drawing the medallion doesn't have.
Oh. Does it look like it's, like, missing said gem?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Oh, so I've got to look for a gem now.
Okay, so the skeleton is becoming more insistent and it is holding out of the medallion to you.
Oh, yeah, I'll take medallion. Yeah.
Okay. Unlike last time, you're able to actually touch it and take it from the skeleton's hand before you wake up.
Hey.
As you wake up and you sit up in bed, there's a clattering of metal to the floor.
Oh, I'm gonna look to see what the clattering.
It's the medallion without the gem in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
that is everybody. I won't do a Lumber's dream until Liam comes back, and then I'll just do like a big plethora of dreams with him. So, Marilla, as you wake up and continue on with your trance, obviously you finish your trance before anybody really wakes up. Scott is basically just sitting on the chair, and his bloody clothes have been taken away. He's basically in like a little in a tunic, and stuff like that. On the table in front of him is his bow, which he has an arrow set to it, and then 3 arrows are then sitting next to it, almost as if they're sort of like ready to be drawn. His sword is in his left hand, like an inverted grip, and he's holding, sort of cuddling Padwin with his right hand.
Aww.
He's very rigid, if that makes sense. So you can see that he himself is in a state of meditation as opposed to relaxed sleep.
He hasn't died in his meditation, has he? He's become real mortars.
No, he's definitely. Well, actually, no. Give me your medicine check. And see if your medicine has
Oh my
improved.
god, I don't have my
since
dice ready. Ah, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, see if Marilla's
Oh,
medicine
yeah.
checks have improved since yesterday.
I forgot to get my
Marilla.
dice out.
Marilla, he is not having a stroke.
Apologies, I'm a heathen. Morella dice. Are you my Morella dice? Yes, you are. Oh dear. I mean, oh wonderful! What a good roll.
No one's convinced.
Please don't ask me to bluff check myself. Medicine, you say 16.
Okay, yes, he's definitely not having a stroke.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't say he's had a stroke. He said he died and got
Yes,
into
he's definitely alive and breathing and stuff. But as you come out of your
Oh.
trance, you hear hurried whispering coming from the Red Paladin table. They don't appear to have checked into their rooms at all. And you can hear the youngest of them is basically saying, "Master, we should attack them now. They're vulnerable and asleep and separated. Now's our chance." The old man of the group basically just says, "No, we're outnumbered nearly 3 to 1, and there's nothing to say about all of the others who are in the inn. But that one over there is clearly a lichen of some sort. None of us have any silver. We don't even know what that thing that he's got with him is either. No, we'll carry on to the city as planned."
Can I go and eat pimp?
You're asleep, unfortunately.
I thought I woke up because I fell.
Yeah, you woke up and then sort of carried on with your rest.
Oh god, this is gonna be so stupid of me.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Everyone's asleep.
Yep.
You can wake us
I'm
up.
gonna. Before coming out of whichever room I was in, and entering this room, I'd have pulled my hood up just in case, and I'm gonna wander on over to them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, "Who are we killing?"
The alphas who will come in. Wait, who are you?
The alphas? Who are the alphas? I don't know any alphas.
Doesn't matter. Who are you?
I'm Taya. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Deception check, please.
Ah. You should never leave me alone when everyone else is asleep, because I have +0 to my charisma. Deception. Come on, character sheet. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, but don't eavesdrop. It could be dangerous. Come.
Yes, of course.
Come. We must away.
So what? But before you leave, what do you guys do, real quick?
We're Red Paladins. We'd kill the heathen elves and all of their supporters. Death to the knife edge.
I'm gonna. Oh God.
Wait a minute. Your hair is exceedingly blonde for a human.
I bleach it. I haven't sorted my spells out yet. Oh God, what spells do I have?
One should always have their spells set up in advance.
I'm
Remember,
aware of that.
remember that, child. May the trout slap you in your face with its tail for your transgressions. Which point
And as they leave, I'm gonna quietly say, and may Lyria make your lives misery.
and they then storm out and leave.
And then I take a very deep breath. Which city are they going to? They were going to. I suck as a reckonance.
This is when you need Docker.
I would have been stuffy and sneaky.
This is where you should have woke up Docker.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be asleep. He rushes back over. I'm asleep.
I'm on Padwin, and I'm gonna bring Padwin over to an empty table if he's not gonna go back to sleep.
Who was
So
it?
Scott can continue resting.
Ooh. I have something to show you. He dives into Scott's bag.
Oh God.
He comes over to you. He has a grenade in his mouth.
No. Oh God, is the pin in it?
Yes. He's holding it by the pin as his usual gag.
Padwin, can
Yeah.
you just open your mouth for me? Don't pull on anything, just open your mouth.
Rah!
And I'm gonna try and gently take it off without moving the pin.
Slide to fan, please.
Oh God.
Oh God. Please. Our lives are in your hand right now.
What's my sleight of hand? It's okay, guys. I get a +1 to this. A 13. Lucky for some, unlucky for others.
Okay, yep, that's 14 succeeds. So yes, you managed to pry the grenade out of his mouth. Grenades go boom.
They do, yes.
I invented a game that you can play with grenades. I call it Exploding Kittens.
Nah.
Oh, is it by that really cool company?
Yes, I call it.
They also do a game called Unstable Unicorns.
Yes. I like unicorns.
Oh,
They
I
eat
bet
people.
you do. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so shall we fast forward to the morning so that McKelly can join?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there is something very coincidental that's about to happen. I did legitimately mean to explain it to you guys yesterday, but I completely forgot in the map kerfuffle, for want of a better word. But, McKelly, as the sun rises and the morning sets in, you're journeying down the road and you come to an inn that's called the Handy Hand.
Sounds very interesting.
One of the things that attracts your attention to this inn is sort of two makeshift signs which are hanging from a post that's been driven into the ground. The first one, which is very professional looking, says, "Do not offer to pay with credit, because having your head smashed out by a mad axeman while a disembodied hand throttles you to death offends the gnomes."
What about the second?
The second one is much more rustic and amateurish, and it basically says no dogs and no tieflings, but the bit where it says no dogs has been crossed out.
Is there anybody around looking at me?
You can see 3 horses and a pegasus tied to the post outside with a wagon, but otherwise there's not really anyone about.
I guess it's standard, Pegasus everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna scrap out the tiefling bits with the pointy knife. I'm just gonna walk in.
Right, so do you want to explain the significance of that?
He's a tiefling.
Tiefling.
Do you want to
Yeah.
describe your character?
It's a horned tiefling, very dark red skin and bright blue eyes. He's a very eccentric guy. He's working with leather printed. What can I say? Almost like an open tank top kind of thing, and trousers matching. He doesn't really care if people judging him of being a tiefling, honestly. So he walks in proud, chin up, just looking around, trying to get some breakfast.
There's an image of him in the Discord chat.
Is it the one with the duck?
Yep.
That's so
Ah.
cool.
Is it a duck or a chicken?
It's a demon dog.
It's a demon. But at the moment it's not here with me. But it is gonna be there. Gonna be the mascot.
I love him.
Yeah.
I'm fancying some oyster sauce and some wraps.
Okay, so the people have started to emerge from their rooms as you walk in. So, Marilla, you're playing with Padwin in the corner, and you basically see a very ripped tiefling walk in the door.
I'm gonna cock my head because I'm guessing we saw those signs last night.
Yes, I completely forgot to describe them simply because of the cock up of the map upload.
I'm assuming you mean last week, not yesterday.
Yep.
I'm gonna cock my head and be like, I swear that said no tieflings, but I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to intrude on anyone else's business today.
I'm going to point at Scott. Because I'm standing behind Marilla.
So it says no dogs and no tieflings, but they should take that sign down because they've started letting dogs in.
I think Scott's awake, Marilla.
Yeah, he's not dead, don't worry.
I take it none of you got that reference.
No.
No.
I'll send a link to that scene. Okay, so Jason comes out of the room that he was sharing with Alumba and Frank. He's basically holding a note. He walks right past you, but Kelly, without sort of any recognition. He's like, does anyone know what this means?
What is it?
The rest of you getting up as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yes, but our Docker is gonna be covered in blood and have gaping wounds on his back, so he's gonna be a little bit panicked, and he doesn't know if Kashan's seen him yet.
Is this because of your necrotic shroud?
Yeah, but he doesn't know about it. He doesn't know why it's happened. So
that hasn't
he's a
actually
little bit
happened.
worried.
It happened in the dream, but in physicality it hasn't actually happened.
No, I know. But for RP purposes, I believe that Docker would necrotic shroud in physical form as well as in his dream, if that makes sense. So it would just happen.
Okay, sure. So you're hiding under the covers.
He's not. There's clearly something wrong, but he's not giving any attention or indication to it. So I'm going to leave him to his privacy.
Okay, so Kashan, are you leaving the room as well?
Yeah, I'll go see what the ruckus is outside.
Okay, so Jason's basically holding up a note, folded up piece of paper, and said, "Long-term coitus in progress. Please do not disturb." The orcs disappeared. So has Frank.
Someone stole Frank and the orc.
Look, it all turned out okay the last time we left him with Frank. I'm sure it'll be alright.
Frank stole my pony.
You can ride on me.
Ew.
Phrasing, it's early. Breakfast.
Okay, so McKelly, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say I don't know who Frank is, but I met a Frank sometimes, and it wasn't even nice. I mean, who tried to offer you sex for no coins? At least you get paid for it.
My God.
Jesus.
I agree 100%, darling. I know exactly
There
what
it
you're
is.
thinking.
That's my friends.
You've met Frank.
You're friends with Frank?
Oh, I'm friends with everybody, darling.
Why,
I
are you
wouldn't
not
call us
friends with
friends.
Frank? Are you not friends as well?
Yes, unfortunately he's a bit too friendly, which has resulted in not 6, but 7,000 restraining orders.
Frank, I don't know if you're friends with everybody.
Why do you want the latry?
But darling, you really must come and meet my friend. Especially you. And he grabs Marilla's hand.
Oh God.
Here it begins.
Every time Frank's involved.
You as well.
Hello.
And he just grabs Onyx as well.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Do we have an issue with non-humanoid females, Frank?
Calm down, darling. The DM can only put one of me on the map at once. Come on.
I'm fine.
Oh, well, hello, ladies, and whatever that is.
Is he referring to me?
I'm a cat.
Yes, stay away. I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I can be a mimic.
Oh, sweet little demon.
I have teeth.
Yeah, and I have horns.
Oh, I like horns. I like horns.
Do you want My Little Pony? Is that what you want?
What's the timing, Jude?
So Frank 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Frank number 5. I can see you there.
I'm a
Who's
Balrog.
Oh God.
Don't set the table on fire, please.
Not again.
I feel like Docker would come out at this point, still absolutely drenched in blood because he's quite concerned, and just sees this scene and does not know what to do and doesn't know what to say because he's in a little bit of shock right now. So just kind of stands in the middle of the room, still covered in blood, not dressed, just yeah.
This dude is stealing your girlfriend, Docker.
Girlfriend? Whose girlfriend?
Guys, I appreciate this whole. I'm gonna call it an orgy.
No.
I appreciate that, but I've got a slight issue, and then Docker's gonna turn around.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I always have problems getting my wings up too. It happens to
Are
everybody.
you-
There's no shame in it.
Are you injured? Do you need any healing?
Well, I don't know what happened. I just kind of woke up covered in blood with massive wounds on my back, and I'm now slightly concerned. Kashawn, did you touch me whilst I slept?
And Frank,
Oh, no.
Frank immediately says, "My hands are clean in this." Figuratively.
Oh.
That wasn't on me. Outside of a weird dream that keeps going further. That's all mine.
So George comes over to you and is like, "Might I suggest a clean-up, sir?"
So he's going to kind of try and process what Kashan's just said, and is at the same time going to look to George as if to gesture yes, but is then at the same time going to look at Kashan and say, "You had a weird dream as well?"
So Jason basically comes over to this gathering and is like, well, if this is how the morning's going to start, we might as well have breakfast.
Yes, please.
The only reason why I'm here.
I already requested it.
So those of you who are able, go over to the bar, where you can see that the barman is basically power eating what is effectively a ration pack. And what appears to be a disembodied hand is cleaning the bar with a cloth.
Just a hand.
Yep, just a hand.
Well, that's where the bar name comes from. That makes sense.
Hand, stab the hand.
Oi, you stab the hand, it's 2 gold fine.
Everything's a goddamn gold fine with you.
If you pay to stab it in advance, it's only 1 gold.
Nope.
Poor hand, man.
Well, I imagine Doc is currently getting cleaned up by George, so he will not partake in that.
Bring you joy, Mr. Man.
So, what'd you say?
Does it bring you joy charging people lots of money?
Yes, it does.
Have you thought about turning your way to faith?
Oh God.
Let the Mormon in here.
You guys, it's chaos time.
No,
please.
I just want breakfast. That's all I need right now.
I just want to figure out why the hell I've got massive wounds in my back.
I'm still waiting on breakfast.
Can I stand there
will
with
do
the
before
short
anything happens.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the moral support here. I've woke up with massive wounds in my back and all you care about is breakfast. That's
Is
how
there
it
a chef or something? Do I have to cook it myself? George, can you cook it yourself?
Yes, I'd be more than happy to prepare breakfast.
Thank you, George.
And then the bartender's like, no, the hand will do it.
All
And,
right.
2 hands is better than 1 hand.
Hand, get to it.
You haven't told him what his order is.
Breakfast.
We serve multiple breakfasts. And why the hell is there a naked monk behind the bar?
Breakfast. All of it.
Ah, so you want the full English.
I want the full everything.
Okay, so the hand basically jumps down from the bar, and then tiptoeing fingers goes down a hatch into a basement.
Tiptoeing
What this
fingers.
have?
It might take a while. He only works mornings.
Alright. Well, alright.
You ever heard of a disembodied hand that works nights?
I've never heard of a disembodied hand.
Tell me there's a pun here.
I thought there was only one kind of hand job.
You've been around Frank far too much already. Dear Lord.
Yep.
If you want one of those, it's 6 gold. It's 2 gold if you want to watch.
Docker doesn't say that, by the way. Docker does not know what sex is, never mind anything else, so...
Okay.
That's okay, darling. I can teach you.
No.
Frank, leave the boy alone.
Absolutely not. Leave him alone.
We haven't even had breakfast.
But he needs a shoulder massage. He's very tense.
No, Frank.
Frank, he has
Is he feeling
holes in his back.
emasculated?
Stop trying to make more.
Frank, I
That's not
have
very
blood
cool.
dripping down my back. If you touch me, I swear to God, I will put your face through a window.
Oh, I've been stuck on a window before, darling. It ended well for all parties.
Oh, I hate you so much. so much.
Okay, so you're putting sauces on the table. Exactly what are you getting ready to cook? She's grinning really evilly, so I'm actually quite concerned.
Oh no.
Well, I have been marinating Docker overnight. Beer, not ale.
Don't try. The boy has open wounds on his back.
I think that's the point.
Stop trying. He's not food yet.
Yes.
At least
I
use
know
some
what-
salt first.
And
I got the salt.
Look.
I'm just going to show them
Ah.
some salt.
I'm not going to pretend I don't know what she's about. I willfully ignore it. But I've seen her eat people. More than once.
Hey, it worked in our favour. We had no evidence that we ever committed a crime.
Oh no.
What did I miss?
I like crimes. Crimes are fun. Especially when you get away with them. Because you're a barrel.
Padwin, do you want to sit on my griddle pan?
Yay! Where's your pan?
Don't
I
cook
just didn't want to
badly.
behind the bar. Kashan, can I borrow some dragon flames?
No.
I'm a Balrog, I have flame.
There you go, heat the pan up, Padwin.
Yay!
I'm just going to start to pretend to cook Padwin.
oh.
I'm too hungry to deal with this right now.
Okay, at that point there's a clattering from under the table, and it seems that the hand has walked into the table, not being able to see where it's going. And basically balanced on the stump is a plate that has bacon, eggs, and sausages.
Well, considering that you're a hand, that looks like a pretty
Actually
good.
fast.
I'm impressed.
If only all hand jobs were that quick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We
I
need
guess
a
in the
jar
girls
for
are still
inappropriate
open and
jokes done by players who aren't Matt.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not sorry at all.
If I wanted to be quick, I'd do it myself.
Now this
Oh
is...
God.
Forever
I'm
changing the
impressed.
titles of my episodes.
She's trying to
I've just realised my jokes are going to be on YouTube, so that just makes it even better.
Oh, don't worry, we don't have an audience
done-
to make any money, so even if they do demonetize us, it doesn't affect us.
It's okay then.
You're fine so long as you don't have swearing in the first 30 seconds.
Violence.
Okay, so while this is all going on, what are you two girls doing?
You're looking at McKay's muscles. We don't actually know this guy's name.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm Arayla.
Are you just ignoring the Franks around you? Is that what...
Yes.
That's fine. I just needed to clarify. I'm eating breakfast.
I
I'm not for a little
am.
bit.
We all know why
I
Franks are
completely
there.
averting them.
Nope, not opening.
Oops.
Yes, Tom Holland Franks. But
Oh no.
What's hilarious as well is the fact that not only is McKellar's character a bundle of muscles right now, Docker is currently topless with a bundle of muscles and holes in his back, so there's just two people who are topless and Morales
Why
just
is
does not know
everyone
that.
topless? Please get
Alright.
dressed.
I'd like to
Really
clarify,
doesn't know
I
where
am
to
not
look.
topless. I do have the decency to put on a shirt before I get up and get breakfast.
Well, I do have some.
Holes in my back, Sean.
I'm just
That's-
cooking Padwin and nobody cares.
Is it too early? Like, I'm going to look over at Scott and ask if it's too early for me to have a beer, because this is turning into dinner next
Yeah.
door, and it's not dinner time.
This is Saxony, they don't have a concept of time here. So Scott is basically just looking at this, and there's not an ounce of surprise or
Care.
that this is out of the ordinary at all. Like, he's heavily amused by it, but there's just like no sign.
I love
That
he's not
this is
worried that
weird.
I'm not going to eat his son.
Don't worry, his Balrog is fireproof.
I don't breathe fire,
He does.
but I do
You're,
eat
try-
live
you're,
meat.
you're trying. You're trying to cook an embodiment of evil and fire.
Technically, I'm getting him to cook himself.
He's
I told him to
literally,
eat the pan and sit in it at the same time.
by definition, he's literally already char grilled.
I'm going to start putting hot sauce for Padwin's head.
Ooh, sticky stuff, sticky stuff.
I am going to ask for some of the hot sauce to go with my bacon and eggs.
We're going to walk over with the
The
pan
the
and
hand
the hot
just-
sauce.
The hand just like comes over with the bottle, but it's like got the bottle in between his thumb and forefinger, and is using his other hands to sort of flop towards it.
This hand is my new favorite person.
Yeah.
I want to know if he's happy where he is.
And gives you a thumbs up.
Or instantly breaks.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then it just
Not
starts
kidnapping
tapping
her.
rapidly on the table.
I'm gonna ask if you'd be interested to come with us instead. Join
So,
my collection of monsters.
It gives you a thumb down.
Oh well, worth a try. Do you
So-
take tips?
That gives you the money fingers.
I give him a silver piece.
Hell yeah.
So it tucks it in between his fingers and then sort of like hobbles over to Trin.
Oh, hello. Oh.
And taps on the floor. So,
I think he wants your order.
Okay. I'll just I'll just say the exact same as Sean.
Good choice.
Yeah, it looked good, so I can't. With
I
this
reckon-
entire scenario,
Come take a seat. Have some hot sauce too. It's good.
I'm gonna try and slowly shuffle away from the Franks. Pray that I'm not noticed.
okay, so the hand goes back downstairs.
I love the sound.
The hand is my hero.
Can I go
Yeah.
in Maria's pocket?
You want to go pickpocket Morella?
Yeah, I want to see if she's got any potions in her pocket.
Okay.
You want to pickpocket me?
I just wanted to
got
have a look
this
in your
ring.
pockets. I was going to raid your pockets. So probably not really pickpocket, but he's got to make me roll for it. So he announced that I'm pickpocketing you. I'm not being subtle about it.
Okay, so
Just rifle through
okay,
your
so there's no
pockets.
slice of hand or
Oh.
pickpocketing
I'm just
involved.
pulling her
due
pocket
to-
open and sticking my head in.
Ooh, that
Marilla's
looks
out
fun.
here introducing herself to the new person, and none of us care.
I'm like trying to be like, hi, I'm Arela. My pocket's getting searched.
Docker is still bleeding.
Did I find any potions in her pocket?
Him.
If Docker can see
Morella,
that
do you
Torgrim-
have any potions of healing in your pocket?
Nope.
No.
If Docker can see that that Tordrum is trying to pickpocket Morella, he's going to throw a knife at Tordrum.
Oh my god.
Alright, do a ranged dagger attack, please.
God, oh, here we go.
And here was me trying to save your life, and you're throwing a knife at me.
Yeah, but Docker doesn't know that that's what you're trying to do. Docker didn't think she'd just pickpocketing the girl that he fancies, so you've only got yourself to blame here.
All
And
of
you've
us
met
do
me
this.
before,
All
you
of
know I do this.
us.
You know
Probably
this is
just-
normal.
The only thing you'd find in her pocket would be like her prayer stuff and like some crystals.
Which is nothing of interest at all. And if it's not a carpet or a bottle of potion, I'm not interested. Or a piece of
I
meat,
offered to
I'm not
heal them
interested.
and they didn't respond to me, so they can suffer.
23 hit.
Probably.
Yep, that hits.
So you take 7 points of piercing damage as the dagger just sticks into you.
Can I eat him now?
You can bite him, get a temporary hit point.
Whoa, no, stop. Stop the fighting.
Okay, so Michele, while all this is going on,
I would like that beer.
I'm gonna rush this person. Docker, I'm gonna charge him head first.
okay, so there's a scuffle going on over here. So Michele, what are you doing during this time?
I give the hand.
I guess I'm just enjoying my eggs and bacon, right?
By the way,
Trying
while
was trying to get engaged in a conversation with Marielle about with the elf. I always get distracted by knives and lizards
In Balrogs?
as well.
while we're scuffling, I'm casting. Go back to my spell list.
Okay.
Please. Thank you. Cure wounds. On Docker.
Okay.
I was just getting round to that.
Okay, so you recover 10 HP, not that you actually had any damage, but that cleans up the blood from you and seals up the holes in your bag.
I was
Okay,
trying to find a potion to throw at him to heal his wounds.
Docker did not know that. In his defense,
Can I throw a health potion to Torben?
What the hell? I'm just gonna walk over and snatch the health potion off Kashan and sit in the corner and sulk. And I'm taking Docker's knife with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Docker, realizing that he's now been healed, is going to apologise to Tor. No, he's not. He's going to realise he's been healed, shrug his shoulders, and go and get dressed and come back out and join everybody. So
I'm gonna give Torben a sausage to go with that health potion.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit and eat my sausages with the health potion in the corner.
Okay, so Padwin is then going to turn back into a cat.
See, I attempted to alleviate our random stranger's personality of cats and save Docker's life, and what do I get for it? I get a knife.
Oh,
I have that knife back, actually.
I have something that might make you feel better. It's a song I wrote. It's a song about giant lizards and lots of magic.
Does the giant lizard get to eat things?
Not yet, but this is what I've worked out so far. It goes, one little Padwin jumping on the head. He fell off and broke his head. Auntie called the angel, and the angel said, Ich noch vendium, ich nu otte padre. Which, Marilla, if I could get a history check from you.
Yeah, I've had a feeling you're about to say that. I have a bad feeling about this.
Now Moraina's singing as she's rolling her dice.
That's quite good. That's a 19. Thank you.
Okay, you recognise that word for word, even down to the accent, the words that Michael said whenever he cast Enlarge Reduce on Tordem.
Oh my god!
Celestial.
Oh my god!
Am I now big giant lizard again?
I am going to dive. And I mean literally dive and put my hands against Padwin's mouth so we can't finish what he's saying.
Okay. Unfortunately, he's still able to utter it under your hand.
Oh no.
His paws start glowing gold. Though-
Everybody take a step back. Everybody take a step back.
I am not done with breakfast.
Me too.
And
There's no idea what's going on, so he's literally just going to sit there.
there's a
Hat's
pop-
about to get very big.
there's a popping noise, and Padwin doubles in size.
Oh Lord.
He's still kitten shaped, but he's now the size of a normal cat.
Just big.
Ooh, I didn't know that would happen. One little Padwin jumping on the head.
I don't know.
Padwin, no, please. Please.
So Scott is like midway through eating a sausage and is like, well, that's something that's going to keep me awake for another month.
And our new friend is surrounded by Franks.
Okay, so after the hand finishes delivering breakfast to everybody, Padwin starts to calm down and starts eating a sausage himself, which gives you guys some time to interview your new friend.
Docker is
yeah.
going to walk over straight away. Does McKelly, does your character speak Infernal?
Well, you don't know that.
Okay, so Docker is going to walk over to you, assuming from the looks of you that you are demonic in some way, and is basically going to say, in Infernal, hello,
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello, Stops.
hello there.
My woman.
He's gonna basically walk over and say, hello, who are you?
He's looking around, trying to understand if you're actually talking to him. And then he just looks at you confused. if you are talking to me, I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, just because I'm from elsewhere doesn't mean that I talk a different language.
Oh,
So do
he
you say-
got you.
Do you say that in Infernal or do you say that in Common?
No, that's not uncommon.
Okay.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Okay.
Are you talking to me?
So Docker is then going to shrug his shoulders as if to say, "Oh well, I was trying to be nice," and then says in Common, "What I
Stop
said
stealing my
was."
woman.
He's going to say it in Infernal, but slower. He's not really. He's going to say in Common. He will say, "I apologise. I just assumed from your appearance that we may have something in common." And then we'll say, "What I said was, hello, who are you?"
Good morning to you then. Nothing in common, don't worry. You can be as special as much as you want, little thing. My name is Barakas. Coming not from far away. Been traveling a lot, and I wanted breakfast, and here I am.
Well, personally, I recommend the Hans full English.
Yeah, I tried it. The sausage is very nice.
Would you like some hot sauce?
No, thank you. I'm hot enough.
That you might be,
Alright.
but you are missing out.
So what you guys doing? You look like quite a bit close to each other. Could be alphas.
So Scott basically perks up at this and, and just calls it over. What do you know about alphas? And Jason's like, "Stop shouting about alphas across the room." What?
Who
Stop
said
shouting across
something
alphas
about
across the
alphas?
room.
No wonder everyone knows about alphas.
Somebody call alphas. I believe I'm one of them.
Now, where did those red paladins go?
Oh, they went into the city.
Docker
You
will
just let that
instantly
happen?
leave. Docker will
I didn't-
instantly leave.
I didn't ask which city though. So I hid myself from the ears a bit, obviously, and I went up and I was like, "Hey, you're gonna kill some people?" Because they were planning on killing us. And they were like, "No, we have to head to the city." And so I was like, "Ah, who are we killing?" And they were like, "The alphas." Who? And who are you? And I was like, "Oh, I'm just a little old human."
A little old human that's blonde and looks about 12.
I look about 18, thank you very much. Maybe 16.
That
And
is slightly concerning given what happened last week.
I am an adult, I just look very young.
One little bad wind
I wish
jumping
that
on
did
the
that to
head.
me too.
And they left, but I don't know which city they're going to. Hopefully nowhere important where we could have probably saved loads of people if I found out where earlier. Hopefully no one's dead again.
Matt, have I met them throughout for the journey to come here?
You haven't met any on your journey, but you do know of the Red Paladins. At this point, they've become quite a nuisance
Yeah.
throughout the island.
All right. I think I met your famous red friend on the way here.
Friend is a strong term.
We don't like them, we kill them.
Yeah, our friends kill each other. I mean, come on,
What's a little murder between friends?
you know, act of love.
We have no evidence to the contrary to say we did such a thing.
See,
Backtracking just a second. How do you know about Alpha?
your friend Frank told me a little bit about it. He can be very persuasive if you know how to talk about him to him.
So all four of these Franks basically turn to you and all in perfect sync shrug and say, "What can I say? He overpowered me."
You mean he showed you any interest at all?
That's very overpowering, darling.
Damn it, Frank.
Yeah, you take the advantage out of everybody.
I'm going to get you a gag, Frank, and it's not going to be the kind you enjoy.
Maybe
But,
next time we should leave him as Padwin's sacrifices.
Oh, I like sacrifice.
I am no. I am more concerned as to what Padwin summons if he uses Frank as a sacrifice.
I summoned a
Last
three-headed
time-
Cerberus.
Last time he didn't have a sacrifice. He's already summoned a Cerberus.
I
Mhm.
wonder if he can summon
Sounds
my
fun.
father.
I
Fluffy
say,
wasn't.
I
Fluffy was not a
Satanized a
friend.
base.
Padwin?
So, what you
One more
guys up to
summon.
now?
Eating
What
red
are we
paladins
up to?
is not on our list of things to do today.
So Scott sort of pushes off from his chair and stands up and says, "Well, friend, we're on our way to New Asgard. Seeing as you know of us and what it is that we do, and have become intimate with varying members of our group, but maybe you could travel with us. Where are you headed exactly?"
Well, first of all, don't make it sound like it's a sin. I'm not headed anywhere. I'm waiting for the night to get a lead on what is my next step. But yeah, I mean, throughout the time, I can kill. I mean, throughout the day, I can kill some time and see what this gang is going for. I've been looking for the alphas per se as well. So I guess
Exactly
this is
why
a
is
win-win
that?
situation.
Well, we are the alphas, so what service can we provide you, sir? I can think
I
of a
didn't
few
know.
services I can provide.
I didn't know it worked that way. I thought I was just like, hey, I'm here. You need some help? And you guys say yes. And I'd be okay. And you guys would be cool. And I'd be like, journey.
Ah, so you want induction, do you?
Is that a word?
Well-
It is now.
Well, and he gestures at Jason, who stands up. And Jason comes over. So, well, more the merrier, I always say. There will be obviously a trial period for you to join, but if you are half as striking in combat as you are, he looks at the Franks, in similar company, then I think you'd be a good fit. He just points at Frank and is like, "Don't."
Pissed.
Yes, you can travel with us. I trust you have your own provisions and food.
Oh yeah, about that you don't have to worry about.
Good. Then,
I want to worry about it.
then feel free to travel with us.
All
Payment
right,
for the
so-
crossing will be on your own head, of course.
Oh, but sorry.
The channel crossing, we're going by boat. If you could pay your own fee for that, then we shouldn't have any problems.
How much is the fee?
So, what'd you say?
How much is the fee?
How much is the fee?
It's 10 gold per person.
Fuck.
Tango for peso. Jesus Christ. I don't even know who's Jesus.
You know, you could say Lyria. No, I suppose you can even say Christ. You could just say Blessed Lyria instead.
No, you can keep your religions for yourself, milady.
One little Padwin jumping on.
No, 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 no.
I'm just gonna scutter along and be like, getting closer to like catching Padwin.
Let's do stealth. Okay, so you get right up to Padwin while he's singing, and you don't. So Tortum is basically going over to Padwin with her mouth wide open, ready to bite him.
I'm gonna lick him and make him run away.
Ah, lick, run away, run away, run away. He jumps onto. He jumps onto the cabin.
No.
Wee.
have anymore.
I tried.
Iffy.
Well, in that case, join our little convoy. We'll be setting out in an hour or so, and we'll make good way. As for you, and he goes over to the Franks, you guys will have to find your own way.
I don't think that's.
Well, I guess I'll see you guys in my dreams.
Okay, so is there anything that you guys want to do while you're here?
No, I've had breakfast. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you guys are here, and you basically need to get there. But is there anything that you guys want to particularly do while you're traveling?
Oh,
I
wait, so
want-
we're...
Go.
No, you go for it.
I'd like to ask Docker about the dream that he had, because I get it, like, when we all started having it, and we had a brief discussion about it, but it doesn't make sense to me as to why Docker is having it.
Oh, yeah, that actually reminds me. McKelly, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you, please?
Jesus. Before that, can I ask you, am I having dreams as well?
Not yet. But can I have the wisdom saving throw?
Yes. 18.
Okay, thank you. Right, so not wanting to railroad Docker's response or anything, but I'm basically just retconning the narrative that means that that precludes the others from having dreams. But if you guys want to come up with a reason as to why they're having them, then feel free. It's just because you guys can get some pretty neat stuff, and I don't want people to miss out.
I had this idea that I like shared the like the information about like the axe and stuff with Docker, showed him the axe or
It
something.
jumps
see
through
what that caused
the
it.
alpha mark.
But I don't have a. I wasn't prepared for McKelly, all right. Like, I came in with this idea. I came in with an idea, and I wasn't ready for it. I mean, I'm good with it. You know, good to have you back. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Sorry if I destroyed your plan.
Do you know what, buddy? It is fine.
I can actually imagine Kashan and Maracas having this conversation. I wasn't ready for you, man. It was so cool.
Okay, so what do you want to specifically ask him about the dream?
Just sort of like, you know, he said that he also had a weird dream, and I'd like to know a little bit more about like what his dream entailed, because we have also had some strange dreams.
Ooh. Yeah, you just hit Padwin from the cart. One little Padwin jumping on the...
Padwin, no.
Please.
I'm going to sit and pick my teeth out the knife that Docker left him, that I pulled out the Docker's.
Sure. Right, so Docker, do you basically just explain the dream to him, or do you keep it to yourself?
It's Kashan is probably the only person that Docker actually trusts in some way, shape, or form. So he'll probably tell him the dream, and he'll say he'll emphasize about the fact that bony wings sprouted from his back.
Well, that kind of tracks with where this axe came from. Has anyone else pulled anything out of these dreams?
Yes.
Yes, Trenton. Has anyone else pulled anything out of the dream?
I mean, I might have, hint, hint, but yes, I did. I'd show the medallion that I got, and explain that I think. Yeah, I'll show off the medallion thing that I've got, and explain that in the dream that it might need a gem, like a red gem, but it doesn't have one.
Rayla has lots of gems in her pocket. Maybe she has a red one.
That's valid.
Let me have a look very quick at what color gems I have. Nope, 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 nope. I have
Wait.
bloodstone, but that's kind of a blue and a green. That's the closest I have to a red gem, I'm afraid.
Blue and
is
green,
not
I'm not
red.
close to red.
I meant red and green. Sorry, I didn't have the color blue as I said it.
Yeah. Rayla, are you feeling well? Have you got color blindness or something?
Canonically, Morella is now colorblind.
No, she
Also-
has dockeritis.
Also, that's why you misdiagnosed Taco because you're colorblind.
She has dockeritis.
Were you,
That's what's
were
wrong
you
with her.
were you wearing green this whole time, or?
This is blue. What are you talking about?
All right, so you do know the difference. We're okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so does anyone want to investigate the medallion?
I would like to investigate the medallion.
Please do. I don't know anything
But
about
it's
it.
pretty,
Worth the
please.
Investigating for Arcana.
Sure, if you will do Arcana.
Yeah. I roll my invisible dice.
What sort of check would you like, Mr. DM?
So, Tordum has done Arcana.
Okay.
This is one of those things that if you can basically
Okay.
if you can convince me that it's valid, then you can do it. So,
I'm checking
Um,
for any magical uses or points to this thing that is not a carpet.
I would like to do investigation on it to have a look for like markings, engravings, writings, anything that can give a hint to where it's from, how it got here,
And
anything about the medallion.
Can
I
I?
just cast Identify on it?
Oh, that's such a clever idea.
So
Okay.
whilst you're messing with it, Doc is just going to take it and cast Identify on it in front of you.
I can't do that.
okay, so it's basically a medallion that's in the shape of a sun. I've just put a picture of it into the Discord,
Minus
but
the red gem.
yeah, but it's missing the red gem. Okay, so Identify is a 10-minute spell, isn't it?
It's 1 minute spell, first level.
But it takes 10 minutes to cast, isn't it? Isn't it a ritual?
It says on D&D Beyond casting time 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend a minute just doing your Identify spell. And you can basically identify this as a holy symbol of Ravenkind.
You say you're sharing that with people?
You're making me not want to now, but I will share
Please,
it
because
with
I can't.
you.
I can't write the note down if you don't tell me.
Yeah, so I will share that with the group.
Okay. And then Tordum's Arcana check basically dictates that this is a very... It's not necessarily a magical weapon in the traditional laws of magic, but it's a very powerful holy item. So it's sort of reeking of celestial power.
It's Morella's kind of thing.
My dog has it then. Hold on.
Kind of a different type of thing, but yeah.
Oh my god, I've just realised I'm celestial.
This
I
Congratulations,
have nothing
friend.
to you
I just realised
guys.
it
Like,
counts as
I have nothing to blame for this.
Can I?
How did you get this?
I got it from the dreams, like the axe and such.
Can I compare it to the axe to see if there's any sort of markings that are like in common with it?
Sure. Give me investigation.
I got my cool treasure from Docker. Just wanted to contribute something to the conversation of gifts.
I had a grenade.
By Docker.
It's not the grenade.
Padwin, put the grenade down.
I gave it to Auntie Morella.
That is probably the
I
same.
have
as
a
the-
grenade, guys.
Yeah, do you want to add fragmentation grenade to your
I would
inventory?
love to add a grenade to my
I
inventory.
have 3 already. the
You
amount
should
of grenades
rest
that the amount of grenades that I take from this cat is honestly shocking.
I'm so excited to use these.
Oh, not.
My Wi-Fi's died on my laptop. There we go.
We'll find a good opportunity.
grenade. Which grenade is it?
Fragmentation.
Thank you.
I got a 14 on my investigate.
Okay. But the blood axe is a very in contrast to like other axes that you've seen, just like in general, this is a very odd axe, if that makes sense. It's basically it's like a double-sided axe, but one side is smaller than the other, and it's crimson red. It doesn't actually have any markings on it whatsoever.
Okay.
And you find that weird, because this is clearly not a new axe, and so by definition of somebody having it and using it, etc., it should have a marking on it to indicate ownership.
Okay. I'd like to ask Scott if he knows about Wallachia, if he's heard of this.
Okay, so Scott basically goes, has a look at it, and he's like just muttering to himself, and as he's examining it, he tests the weight out. He's basically just waving it around with one hand, and no, I've never seen anything like this. It's very contradictory in terms of how axes work, but then again, I'm a sword guy, so axes aren't really my forte.
Well, as someone who's used an axe, it's a pretty good establishment.
But it's a good thing we're going to New Asgard. So Vikings are kind of like the main axe people of the world.
Well,
Maybe we can
let's see
have
what they
someone
have to say, I guess.
Okay, so is anyone else going to chip in on this dream chat?
Sure.
I chose the hangman's rope last time.
What happened?
Do you know when the statues? With like the sword and the gold. I chose the hangman's rope, but I didn't get anything from it.
I
I
just keep
waved
falling
the
off
axe
cliffs.
sort of around, just being like, I recommend the sword. But following down that path, I bumped into a strange guy who pretty sure might be some sort of magical creature, not the kind that wants to make friends with me, it seems. He might have been trying to get me drunk, but I don't know. The wine tasted like shit.
Then Scott's like, you didn't happen to get his name, did you?
He told me, but I don't have it to memory. I was
you
focused on the
Dina?
place. He kept talking about saving Wallachia, but I've never heard of this place.
Neither have we. It's not anywhere that I remember. You, Jason? No. And at this point, Stick is on his Pegasus and he's flying above the group, sort of acting as sort of like aerial support. And so he just shouts out to you, he's like, you ever heard of Wallachia? No, there's no lakes around here.
I could ask my grandfather.
Not
So-
we're going to see
well-
Vikings and not her grandfather.
Scott
When we find
basically
him,
just-
we will.
But I could ask him now.
How?
One little
What?
Hadwin jumping.
Hadwin!
Wait,
over
no.
it.
I shall cast message.
I'm going to put my pan on Padman's head like a helmet.
Okay.
With a spoon.
Ding 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 ding.
There's nothing in it.
He's just whacking the spoon against the pan.
Yeah.
Right, so what are your 25 words?
Is Vocali.
Grandfather,
Are you alive?
on way to New Asagarth. Quick little question. Hope you don't mind. Oh God, that's not it.
Okay, so that's not it. That's 20 words.
Erase message.
And then I'll cast something again.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so you did actually send that message. Okay,
No, Marilla, she did.
and in the time that it takes you to conjure up the spell, you just hear this, yes.
Oh no. New spell. It's really funny because I have to whisper under my breath for this, so everyone's just hearing.
So all of a sudden you just hear her go, fuck.
Sorry about that. Quick question. Have you heard of a place called
Wallachia.
Wallachia asking for me and my friends?
That is 25.
Yep, it's pretty much on the
Use 2 3rd level spells for this.
Well, that wouldn't be something we ever need on travels.
Of course not. Well, hopefully not today. Hopefully it means no one needs spirit guardians at level 3, you know? Or spiritual weapon at level 3.
One little Padwin jumping on the head.
No!
Play with your spoon and your pan.
I will stuff you like a cute cat in a second.
Okay.
That is
I'm going to
distressing.
wrap in the rug.
It was instantly turned
Cat
on.
burrito.
Oh, of course.
I wouldn't, that was out of character.
Cat burrito. Everybody, I made a cat burrito. And I'm going to show Padman wrapped up in a rug.
Kashan doesn't actually respond to that. He has her say this and smiles approvingly. Atta girl. She's living.
So Scott basically says to Padwin wrapped up in this carpet, he's like, come on Padwin, come and work on your book.
I'm just going to give Scott the whole carpet.
Okay, so there's a long pause, and it gets to the point where you start to wonder, like, has he got this message, is he going to respond? And then he comes back and is like, I remember a reference to it in the works of Met the Conqueror. Let me do further research.
Thank you. And as a side note, out of character, what was that name?
Mehmet the Conqueror.
Mehmet.
Mehmet.
Yep. Cool.
I imagine it's spelled Mekht.
Mehmed.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely not
that's it.
spelled right. So good news. My grandfather's heard of a reference, and we'll do some research. So maybe when we go to Minnesepitas, maybe he will have found some stuff.
It sounds like a place that lived a long time ago and died.
And this time he did not give me an ominous warning about not coming there, so you know, good signs.
Evil.
Oh,
Maybe he likes us now.
Or maybe
you
he
don't like
loves
your
me
boyfriend.
again. Maybe I'm not a disappointment.
Oh, God. And Docker asked the demon if he's heard of Wallachia.
So the demon responds with, do not talk to me of Wallachia.
Oh, it has on his grumpy.
It is a place of... is a place of putrefaction, disgrace, and dissidence. We shall speak of this no further.
So somewhere we should send Docker.
Sounds like somewhere Docker's been.
Yeah, it does sound like somewhere Docker's been. He's probably from there for all I know.
It sounds like somewhere Frank's been.
Yeah.
Actually has more pertinence.
I've been many places, darling.
Have you heard
Have
of
you ever
his
been
best
to
friend?
Wallachia?
Several times, darling. The Count
That-
there throws the greatest parties. Or at least he did until he got married. Never get married, darling.
I don't plan to, Frank, if you're what's potential.
I don't know what marriage is.
Docker will try and press the demon in his head for some more answers, just in the sense of, because he's just said it's a place of disappointment, putrefaction.
Yep, putrefaction.
So he's gonna almost ask what about it makes it that, because obviously the demon is obviously in some way in my head is obviously evil, but he doesn't. What Docker doesn't know is if it's actually a really spiritual place or if it's actually like a place that the demon has actually been to before, if that makes sense.
There's a plane of
Okay,
existence.
so can I get persuasion from you, please?
Yes, I should be good at this. I'm not good at. Oh no, I'm mediocre at this. That's not good. Persuasion.
Yep.
A 19.
So the demon responds, as I put, it was a place that was ruled by a coward, and then his son was a fool who started a war that he could not win, let alone he couldn't fight, let alone win. The place has long since been destroyed. We'll speak no more of this.
Sounds like we're all being visited by, or you're all being visited by ghosts.
Docker will. He's going to try and think of a way to word this without it making it seem as if he's just a mental case who's talking to himself.
Now, don't worry, we've got plenty of that in this group.
Yeah.
Plenty.
That's
So
pretty
he's
standard.
going to very quietly say, "I know of Wallachia."
Oh. How did you find that out? Did you speak to an invisible archangel too?
He could have saved you 2 spell slots.
He could have saved me 2 spell slots.
Docker is going to say, "No, I've read about it previously."
I didn't know you could read.
Shut up, Tordrim.
You just hear from the front of the from Scott's horse, you just hear Pam go, I can read.
Me too, Morella taught me.
Edwin. No.
I can read. And then he goes, but
Can I roll on deception
Well,
about
it's
what
very Polish,
Duncan just said? Since I don't know the party, maybe
sorry, I missed what you said there, McKelly.
I said, can I roll on deception on what Duncan just said?
Yeah. Either perception or insight.
Mm-hmm. Alright, never mind. That was a 2.
You believe him wholeheartedly. You even think he can read.
Nah, because
I love he hasn't
Barak
noticed
has
the cat
not
can
read.
talk.
That's true.
He's not
But
commenting.
it doesn't
the cat
believe
can
on people
talk.
who read.
He's not
I don't
bothered
know.
by a talking cat, so I really don't think he's bothered by a cat that can read.
Okay, and then from Scott's horse, you just hear Pam go, Glyph of Warding.
No, not glyph of warning.
Okay, for one it is. What is it?
You don't want to know it's horrific. Well, it's not horrific, it's good, but...
Okay, can I get an Arcana check from you, Morella, please?
Yes, I think I have the spell.
If you have the spell, then you don't need to roll. But
Was it glyph of warning or warding?
warding.
Hang on, I'm on skills instead of spells. I'm pretty sure I have this. I might have almost prepared it today.
Guys, I'm going to jump off and get myself sorted for tomorrow.
Alright.
That's very fair.
I've enjoyed this evening so far. I hope to see you all again
I was
next
gonna
week.
say it's 10. I won't lie, I might head off soon because I am a tired boy.
I understand.
I have glyph of warding.
Okay. So do you want to explain to McKelly what Glyph of Warding does?
So glyph of warding, if I can click on it on my iPad. Glyph. Glyph of warding is a glyph that unleashes a magical effect, which can be on an object or on a surface, and it can be triggered, and you can put stuff in it, like spells and stuff like that. like explosive glyphs.
Oh.
Ah,
I
Let's hope he
almost
hasn't
can. I
stored a
almost
grenade
prepared it
in
for
it.
today.
Which one did Padwin cast?
so
What?
it cast it on the floor, it cast it on himself.
We don't know.
Scott's at the head of the party, you guys are behind him.
So either he cast it on Scott, the horse himself, or we're
You
about to
can't
walk
cast it on
into it.
people. You can cast it on like objects.
Does the horse count as an object?
A horse is a living creature.
Yeah, but in the context of this game, would it count as an object or
No,
a
it's
living
a
creature?
creature.
Okay.
But you guys can give me a history check, whoever's interested.
I'll risk one.
Yeah. Do
Go
I have
on,
history?
then.
Yeah, I have +1.
Oh,
This
yeah,
can't
no,
go
never
badly.
mind.
Nat got a natural 20. So-
Oh god, yeah, okay, that saved me.
Well, I got 29 total, so.
Nice.
So you guys basically remember that Scott told Padwin to come over and play with this book.
He put it on the book.
Oh. Okay. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure
He either
nothing
put it on the
terrible
book or the
happens.
rug that I burritoed him in.
Oh, basically just not need to touch the book.
Yeah, don't touch the book or the rug. We can't guarantee which one he put the spell on, but it was one of those two items.
Oh damn. Well, it's a good thing to remember. Mhm.
If my rug explodes, I'll just steal another one. Rather, I'll get Docker to steal me this one.
Josh?
Say that again, sorry.
Tordum, if the rug explodes, Tordum expects you to replace her rug.
No.
Fine, I'll keep your knife then.
I have plenty of other knives. I do not need that one back. Keep it for all I
Padwin's
care,
here, are you
Torgrim.
sure about that? Padwin's been around. Might want to check your pockets.
So Docker will throw his arms down, and two knives will instantly come out of his sleeves, and he'll shrug his shoulders as if to say, "I told you," and then launch them back up his sleeves again.
Okay, so while you guys are travelling, I believe some of you had questions that you wanted to ask the alphas about stuff. I think Mariah, you wanted to ask questions about Clarissa.
Yes. It's really useful if I'd written these questions down. So that Clarissa,
Who are you directing this to? You just
just out loud. What did you mean she didn't want to save the world?
as a Scott sort of gestured you over and said, "What?"
Well, maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Let me try and... I bring out a notebook and start, like, flicking through for my notes. And I don't know which note this was in, which session this was in. Pretty sure that when I got told some cool, funky stuff about me as a kid, and the demon thing that happened, Clarissa mentioned that she didn't want to save the world?
But she wanted to save you rather than save the world. Fortunately, we were able to do both. So.
That's me misinterpreting. So, how come is Clarissa here on Earth and that everyone can see her? Whereas all the others don't, like, constantly live here? Was she, like, banished, or was it a choice?
It was a bit of both. But, I mean, I'm assuming you know how angels come to Earth anyway.
Yes.
And it gives you, like, a raised eyebrow. I was like, do you?
Absolutely not. I'm trying to seem intelligent.
Well, Clarissa is an angel, and the ones that you're accustomed to are archangels. Doesn't really look like there's much difference in between them, but wallop-wise there is. So, when angels come to Earth, Midgard, whatever you want to call this place, they have to come. They can't just like drop out of the sky. They have to be born into the planet. So Clarissa basically came down, was born, existed as a human for a while, and then when she needed to be activated, she became an angel. Once that task was done, she left. But Clarissa being Clarissa and being stubborn, she wanted to come back, and literally fell from heaven and landed with a big mushroom cloud down in a place we'd once called home. But Clarissa is not necessarily what I'll call a fallen angel, more along the lines of a broken angel. Hence why you can see her.
Oh, does that mean she can never return home?
Well, that's how it stands at the moment, but she's still getting older, so she's not immortal. So we're assuming that when she does eventually pass, she'll get a chance, but we're hoping that our previous activities will be enough to grant her entry back home. But at the moment she is banished. Her brother's a bit fickle like that.
And you like these people, Morella?
Well,
And her brother being which one?
Michael.
Of course.
so Mariana, looks like you're very fascinating about the alphas and everybody. Can you tell me more than what Frank tried to say to me? I know there are a few people in it, and I know that a few of them are here right now. You were talking about this archangel. Well, what else is there?
What do you mean? What else is that? Like, as in the gods and demons and...
No, I'm lovely. I'm talking about the alphas themselves.
Oh. Well, there's us.
Yeah, no shit, that's what I said.
And there's Katie, and she's Padwin's mum.
I love my mummy. Good for boarding.
No. No. There's also... there was this great guy. He was called Turek. He cooked all the time. He was really cool. There's also, I suppose, our adopted pets, in which there's a snake and a reindeer and a kraken
And a griffin.
and a griffin.
You got a kraken? It's a pet?
Yeah.
It's called
Sushi. He's
Sushi.
rather adorable.
Sushi. What's sushi?
We have cousin Miguel too.
That's the snake, Miguel. He's not my cousin, but it's a long story.
Wait. Your cousin is a snake?
No. So it was if you haven't noticed me, I'm a very panicky person, and I panicked and I went, "This is my cousin Miguel," to a snake.
Ah.
I
Alright.
only actually have one, well, maybe two living relatives alive who are definitely not snakes.
I'm a snake. Pevin turns into a snake.
And I suppose by definition, maybe I do have family as a snake, because I suppose people have become my family.
That's cute.
I have poisonous teeth.
Right? It was disgusting.
I have poisonous teeth.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Don't bite anyone, please, Padwin.
So Scott basically turns in the saddle so that he's technically facing backwards now, and says to McKelly, "What about you, stranger? What's your story?"
Well, my story hasn't been very exciting, honestly. I don't remember when I was born.
Seems to be a lot of
Is-
that going around.
Well, no, I mean, like, I don't remember me being a child, let's say. I've been trying to discover myself throughout the dreams. It's more about of trying to understand my roots and trying to understand how I became what I am throughout my dreams. I know it's a little bit messed up, but I think it's a curse, and I got very enthusiastic about curse. So wanted to give people what they gave to me, and yeah. So I'm trying to understand what the fuck is going on.
And how is your quest going in that regard?
It's going. I can't really say that it's going on right in the right direction, because there's no wrong or right. Although this is always what my tarot says. There's never wrong and there's never right. It's just it's just the road. It's all experience after all. It's all point.
Well said. What brought you on the road here? You said you weren't heading any particular place. This isn't exactly the place to be wandering aimlessly. I'm sure you're aware of the threats that we face.
Oh, don't worry, I might look just cute, and I don't carry swords or great axes with me, but I know my way out to get out of a fight. Do not worry about that.
Oh, I'm not worried. We've already had one random encounter on this journey. I'm sure we'll have others.
Well, I can't wait.
Okay.
So how long is gonna be the journey?
That is a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so today's journey will take you to there. Then going across the channel, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another. Yeah, so you've had today's journey, and then another day's journey again will bring you to the new Asgard capital.
That's exciting.
Guys?
That's cool.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk to the alphas about, just in general? Anyone?
I'm good, but I might head off because I'm real sleepy.
Yeah, I think Nasty's falling asleep as well, so this will probably be a good point to stop.
Cool. It's been really fun though. It's good to have you back, McKelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I was actually very nervous to join again, because it's been
Oh,
a long time, isn't it? But yeah, I'm happy to be back, and hopefully I can be regular, even if I'm gonna be like an hour late or something, because I'm starting a new job. So that's why I'm back.
welcome back though.
Thank you.
And have a great session, Matt.
Yes, thank you.
That's no worries, guys. Glad you enjoyed it. Shall we pencil in next Monday again?
Think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I should be good next Monday.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yes, Okay, I'll put the Hateful Eight reference on on the group chat so you guys can educate yourself and we'll I'll put out a message on Saturday just confirming that people can join.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright guys, have a good night and have fun with whatever you're doing for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Bye.